I don't know that we can believe we've made 10 years in this building. Time seems to have gone so incredibly fast. So this building is important because it's made a home for the Faculty of Architecture, Building and Planning. It was a major new build in the centre of campus. There have been very few large buildings built in this corner of the campus for decades. And it is a complete design, something that is thought about from the very basement through to the top floors as to how it can be a building that students can learn from.
The Faculty of Architecture, Building and Planning is now one of the largest in the country. The Glyn Davis Building, after 10 years, has really solidified a sense of identity for us as a faculty. It shows you what a new building can do for any organisation, but particularly for a faculty associated with architecture and construction. Here was a world-class building designed by world-class architects, and we were producing world-class graduates.
It's interesting to contemplate the building 10 years on, because at the time we were designing, we were trying to project 10, 20, 30 years ahead. This building is very tactile. It's very much about materials. It's about the way the light filters in the spaces. It really makes a case for the ongoing importance of architecture and the physicality of it and the experience of it. I'm really proud of the way that the building does create a strong sense of community. There's an openness between the different types of spaces, different ways of learning, whether it's within the Fab Lab or whether it's working with your peers in this space here, or talking to your tutor in a studio.
The Glyn Davis Building was a huge undertaking, not so much in the sense of scale, but more so in the ambitious features and complexity of the building. Another really significant feature of the building that we're very proud of is its 6-star Green Star certified rating. It was amongst the first dozen buildings in Australia to achieve that rating. It's truly an amazing building, and I think it's delivered on its intent enormously.
What I'd like to reflect on is very much the cultural context that we were working in 10 years ago, and how great it's been to see the University of Melbourne continue to think about the way that it procures design and architecture and landscape architecture. I think the idea that people understand that a building doesn't finish at the facade is really, really key to the way that Parkville as a campus has developed and continues to develop, and just a very holistic approach to education as well. What's fantastic about the design of this building is that it is very much a building in the round. So it really gave breathing space to the adjacent buildings. It is for different facades, really dynamic ground plane, takes the landscape and public realm through the building.
And the building makes an extraordinary place to study the disciplines that we have in the built environment. The students love being in here. They find it inspiring, but also a place in which they can collaborate. And so we get this energy buzz that runs through the building every day that we all love. At any moment, there might be a crit going on in a space, somebody giving a talk, students who are talking back and forth about their work, and it's exciting. It has this energy that goes throughout the day. At 9 o'clock at night, it's still buzzing, still going. It'll go like that all weekend too. It's a place in which students want to come and work. Because it's a total design, we've thought very carefully about how we preserve the design intent of the building. Personally, I hope that the Glyn Davis Building stays as a piece of design that's complete. We look after it as though it is a piece of heritage to ensure that we have the jewel that it is preserved for a long time to come.